What is up guys, and welcome to my latest video here on SP Vids. Today I've decided to put my face in this one, the first time for a very long time, and I'm actually switching up the format a little bit today, doing something a little bit different. I wanted to answer some of the questions that you guys have been leaving in the comments, and if this goes well and you guys like this, then maybe this is something that I could do a little bit more. I was thinking maybe once a month would be quite good. I think that would mean there's enough questions to answer, and yeah, this is quite a fun way of helping you guys in the comments, but also it gives me the opportunity to make some content as well, which is a win-win for everyone. So I'm going to do 5 questions today, just as kind of a little sample of this format. We'll see how it goes, and then maybe it's something that I can do more in the future. So let's get to this first question. We've got a question from Matt Jones. This was left on a short, a beat that I posted. I post beats every Wednesday on my shorts, so this was one of the comments. It says, "Banger, thank you very much, Matt, I appreciate that. You have any Jones with artists?" So I'm not sure if he means with other beat makers or with rappers, but I think to answer both those questions, I've never done any beats with anyone else. I've never collaborated with anyone, and I've never done any beats with rappers either. The closest I've got to that is performing some of my instrumental hip hop beats and then had a rapper live rapping over the top at a gig once. That's the closest I've got to a sort of collaboration. But yeah, I don't know, I just kind of keep myself to myself. I don't really go looking for collaborations and things like that. Maybe it's something that I could do, but to be honest, I really just want to try and release more music myself. It seems to be impossible. I don't ever seem to be able to find time to do it. So that's what I'm focused on really at the moment. I would love to work with rappers in the future. I'd love to do collaborations at some point, but a lot of my time is spent making these kind of videos, so I don't get a lot of time to reach out to other people, arrange and organize things like that. If I was just an artist first, then I think that would be my focus, but because my focus is kind of teaching you guys how to use equipment and make YouTube videos, that's my focus, and then the beat making comes second. Unfortunately, I wish it didn't, and trying to find the time to do full projects is hard work. So yeah, in answer to that question, I don't have any stuff with artists or rappers. Maybe at some point in the future I'd do it, but for now I'm just going to be doing instrumental hip hop. And interestingly, there was another comment recently which said, "Have you thought about layering raps over the top of your beats?" That is definitely something that I'm going to try very, very soon. So look out for the Wednesday drops, the shorts. In the next few weeks, I'll definitely try a rap over the top of one of my beats, and we'll see what the reaction to that is. So thanks for the question, Matt. Definitely a good one. But yeah, never done that, and not really any plans to do that in the future either at the moment. Okay, so let's get to the next question. This is from TEGRNWY. I don't know how you would say that. Is it Tegunwi? Tegunwi? I'm just going to say Tegunwi. I don't know if that's right. I apologize if it's completely wrong. It says, "Hello pal, where'd you pick those control knobs up? Dig your channel, man." Really appreciate that, man. Thanks for watching. The knobs in question were these ones here on my SP404-SX. These are wooden dials, and I get a lot of questions about these when they're featured in videos. That's actually why I stopped using them on my SP404 Mark II. So these are from a guy called Fresh Cut Faders on Instagram, and he sent me these for free, and they're really, really nicely made. They're very, very nice to use as well, and they look great, don't they? That's why I get so many comments about them. So he's a woodworker and he makes them himself in his spare time, and I'm pretty sure if you ask him on Instagram, he will do them for you on a commission. So you just say what machine you've got, and I'm sure he will do some for you. I did nearly end up stocking these in my shop at one point, but I was posting dials out quite a lot, and it was becoming a bit of a nightmare posting them to America and things like that. It wasn't really ending up worth it for me, and the postage was ridiculously expensive that I was having to charge. So yeah, I kind of stopped posting physical things, so I never ended up stocking these, but he was interested at one point of doing a collaboration. I just never ended up doing it in the end. I didn't think it was going to be that fun for me to be running to the post office all the time posting off dials. So yeah, I'll leave a link to his profile. You can go and ask him if you want to. I got a lot of questions about those, and I can't recommend them highly enough. They're very, very well made. The only thing is I think they are a little bit expensive as well. Obviously, he has to make them himself, and they're all handcrafted, so that comes at a price. But yeah, send him a message. I'm sure he'll be able to answer whatever questions you have about them. Okay, next, this is from Jack McShane. It says, "Yo, I'm looking for a cable you mentioned in a video to connect the SP to a normal power bank. I've got it here. This is called the MyVolts Ripcord, and this is for the SP404 Mark II. This is the one I use. It works flawlessly. It's the 6-volt version, and most importantly, it's center negative. So you can get center negative and center positive of this particular cable. you need to get the center negative one. So I'll leave a link to this exact cable, and you can see at one end it's USB, at the other end it's the adapter for the SP404 Mark II, and it just works absolutely great. Never had any issues with it, always works. I use it with my power bank, my generic power bank from Amazon, and it works absolutely great. And yeah, there's not really much else to say about that. This is the cable that I use. It works brilliantly, and it's available from all over the internet, but I'll leave a link to it and you guys can go and check that out if you want to be able to power your device on the move with a power bank, which is very, very convenient, and I've done it a lot last year and I want to start doing it this year a bit more as well. Okay, the next question is from Shader Dice Block, who comments quite a lot on this channel, so thanks for all the comments that you leave. This says, do they make fat pads for the SP404 Mark II? I'm not sure who they are specifically, but these fat pads here on my SP404SX, that's why I've got this on the table. They are made by npcstuff.com. So interesting story about these. I remember mine were absolutely falling apart and I was kind of struggling to make content because I was running out of pads, and someone messaged npcstuff.com to send me a new set, and thank you so much to them. This is years ago now, but they sent me a brand new set of fat pads, and I was able to fit them and get them working again, and then I was able to make content again. So I'm really, really thankful to those guys for sending those out. Thank you, npcstuff.com. I know it was a long time ago now, but I am really, really grateful still for doing that, because it enabled me to carry on this channel. And obviously, you know, we're nearly at 40,000 subscribers now. I think that was way back, even before like 10,000 subscribers. The fat pads for the SX are way better than the stock ones, because the stock ones had this kind of weird clicky vibe to them. These ones feel great. But in answer to the question, do they make fat pads for the SP404 Mark II? Not that I've seen, and I don't know if there's any plans either. You're probably better off asking npcstuff.com, because I think if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be them. But I'm not actually sure how required they kind of are for the Mark II, because these pads actually feel great. I think they feel like they're going to last a very long time. They've got a nice firm feel to them, so I don't really know if we need fat pads for this device. Don't get me wrong, if they were made, I would love to give them a try to see what they felt like. But yeah, generally speaking, I don't know if there's actually a real need for them. I don't know if they'll be that popular if they came out. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, no one makes fat pads for the SP404 Mark II. I don't know if there's any plans to. Like I say, maybe hit up npcstuff.com, because they're the guys that'll do it. I'd like to try them, but I'm quite happy with the pads on the Mark II. I wouldn't purposely go out and upgrade them, I don't think. So yeah, moving on to the last question, guys. Thank you very much for leaving all these in the comments. This one isn't to do with beat making, but it's actually to do with skateboarding. So it's from Dirty33Beats45, which seems to be a reference to vinyl. Do you skate, man? That's the question. So I think this came up because I had some fingerboards in my videos, and the answer to that is I do skate, but I don't at the same time. I think that's the best way to describe it, really. I haven't skated for a long time. I think I've skated once this year. So yeah, just really haven't been on it recently. I just, I don't know, I lost a lot of love for it, and I got really into running as well, and that's just kind of taken over any sort of spare time that I have. And the two don't mix very well either. So running and skateboarding, you know, going for a long run and then skateboarding, it doesn't feel good, and going for a long skate and then going running really doesn't feel good either. So yeah, running's kind of taken over for me, because with the weather here in the UK, it's a bit easier to be able to do it. You can always get out, even if it's a bit wet. You can just go running anywhere, which is super cool as well. You don't have to go to designated skate parks or spots or anything like that. So I've been really enjoying running, and I think it's a different challenge that I needed at the time. So yeah, about a year ago, I started running, got really into it. And I just think I needed something different at that point in my life. And mentally and physically, it's been really, really good for me. I've really enjoyed the whole process of getting better at running, learning to run longer and things like that. So yeah, haven't skateboarded that much at all. And hopefully that changes this year. I would like to get back into it again at some point. Maybe just put the running aside at some point and allow myself to do some more skateboarding. But yeah, at the moment I don't skate, but I'm still able to jump on a board and do some tricks if I needed to. And yeah, hopefully, like I say, this year I'll pick it up again. And yeah, maybe I can include some footage on this channel at some point as well, who knows. So that's it for this one, guys. Thank you all for your comments. Keep them coming, keep the questions coming. And yeah, for this specific video, let me know below, would you like to see more videos like this? Was it interesting? Was it useful? I'd love to hear your feedback on that. And just before I leave, guys, don't forget to check out all the links in the description. I've got my shop where I sell drum packs and merch. I've got affiliate links and I've got membership as well. All those things really help me as a relatively small creator to keep making videos and to keep living life as well. So yeah, check out those links. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you all again in another video very, very soon.